Well, good morning there. Dave Shell here with another Daveysalvae show and tell video. We are sitting here beside our World War I Army barracks heater. The potbelly stove's been heating buildings for close to 100 years. Maybe even more than 100 years. Anyways, come along and we're going to show you a bunch of stuff that we're cleaning up for this week's eBay sales. We'll start over here in our crate. We emptied another crate of antique stuff that we picked up at an auction a couple years ago. And this here is some type of a military U.S. Coast Guard. It says U.S. Coast Guard radio. Down there it says radio transmitter T-408. Anyways, some type of big Coast Guard radio. Down here on the floor we got a big pile of aluminum wrenches and whatever that thing is. Most of the time these aluminum wrenches were used in dairy stuff, bulk tanks, things like that. It says Taylor. I don't know what they need a wrench that big for, and make it out of aluminum. It can't be too tight, whatever you're cranking. Here's an interesting instrument panel from a battery charger switchboard. It says the Hertner Electric Company battery charger switchboard, Cleveland, Ohio. Kind of cool. Might take that tag off and put it on my tag wall. One day I'll have to show you. I have close to 500 unique machine and equipment tags that I've been collecting over the years. But that's not for today. Here's a pile of wrenches. These are just flat steel wrenches. Some of them have names. There might be a few Maytags in there, a few Fords. Over here there's some cast iron wrenches. These are iron worker wrenches. Let's see, that one says water pump something. Can't tell what that is. Here's two more of those big wrenches, Taylor, but they're both steel. There's one that says Hoik Manufacturing Co., Buffalo, New York, 6146. Don't know what all those wrenches are for, but we'll clean them up and list them. A couple John Deere parts. This is a hole punch by the Latham Machinery Co., Chicago. Interesting. Not sure if that has any value or not. Now this one's cool. I've had a lot of old Century electric motors over the years, but I've never had one just like this. This is, it says Century cast into the end of it. Let's let you look at that first. It says Century right there. It's not like the normal P15 frame electric motors. This one's just a little different. I'll read you the tag here in a second. The front of it looks a little different too. This one still has both of its oil reservoir caps. The tag on this one says rebuilt by Fife P-E-A-R-C-E Pierce Electric Co. Incorporated, Detroit, Michigan, in the year of 1959. April 23rd, 1959. 3/4 horsepower Century. Frame RS6. Type RS. Phase 1. Volts 220. Model 110. Doesn't look like it has the original Century electric motor tag. It looks like that's a aftermarket tag, and sure enough, because the original one would have been up here underneath this doopy box, somebody added to it. Anyhow, we'll get that cleaned up. I'm gonna actually see if this one works. I redid 2 electric motors, or cleaned them up and posted them on eBay last week from the late 1800s. But those ones I didn't try out. This one's good enough that I think it'll run. We're gonna try that out. While we're here, this is just some big old brass steering wheel out of an old boat, yacht, ship, something, not a ship, some type of boat. Steering apparatus. And while we're on boat stuff, we'll look at this flywheel and old motor. I thought they go together, but that shaft size is a little bigger than this shaft size, so maybe they don't go together. But this is some type of little inboard boat motor, and this is from, let's see if we can read the name off of that. Gray Motor Co., Detroit, Michigan. Gray Motor Co. Well, it's a gray motor, and that's from the Gray Motor Co. So maybe they both go together, I don't know. Couple old radios. These are in terrible shape, but believe it or not, people might need that little tag, or that little tag that says Crosley on it, or them knobs there. Here's another one. This is a Crosley 75. That one's Crosley 5-38. And you're probably wondering what this ugly thing is. This is, beam me up, Scotty, some type of laser. No, just kidding. This is a light made by John Bean Company for front end alignment stuff. It would roll on the track in an auto parts place for doing front end wheel alignment stuff. This thing here is a Pelton air compressor pump. That is for a dental drill. There's the air tank, here's the motor, here's the compressor cylinder. We can peek inside there. There's a pressure related switch and all the happenings in there. Isn't that cool? That's wild. The cord keeps getting in the way. You need to oil this thing, just open those up, put your drop of oil in there, and it goes up and down, and pumps your air tank up, and then dental guy, dentist, can drill out your cavity and put you a mercury amalgam filling in your tooth. Anyways, that's kind of cool. And this apparatus here has got me stumped. Now folks, I've seen a lot of stuff in my day, and my day's not been around all that long, but I've seen a lot of stuff, and this one I have no idea what this is for. It bolts to something right here, obviously bigger and heavier than it. And you crank this handle and that pad goes down. My guess it's a leveling device for something. I don't know for sure, but my guess is it's a leveling device that bolts to something for tilting it. Has a name on there. Something Illinois. Patent 1916. It's number 1. Cooper. Maybe it has something to do with tires. Cooper's a tire thing. It says H.W. Cooper. Who knows? Maybe one of you people out there on YouTube land will look at that and tell me exactly what it is. Here's another one. There's a lot of stumpers in this crate for me that I have no idea what they're for. This thing here, again, no clue. Don't know. Got big copper wires hooked to it. No markings or name or numbers on this. I don't know what that is. Might just be scrap iron. Here we got some type of grease pump. Very unique one. I've never seen one quite like that. We'll see if we can get you a name off of that. Ball crank type D, number something. The Cincinnati Ball Crank Co. Don't see a date on there. This is a big brass cylinder. And my guess is you crank it all the way up, open it, take your big bucket of grease, pack it all down in there. Talk about a messy job. Pack it down in there. This goes up there, clamps it back down, put your nut on, and crank away, and hook this up to your stuff. You need a grease. Stick it on a grease fitting, and or no, foot operated. You put that on and have Jimmy over there say, "Pump away, Jimmy." Squirts out grease. That's a unique one. Never seen that one like that before. Let's see, one more thing on the floor here is an old compressor by, well, that just says max pressure 100 psi, max speed 400, just 400, doesn't say anything else. Quincy Compressor, Quincy, Illinois. Still sounds like a pig. We could start a band with this thing. You know, somebody ought to do that sometime. They ought to get a bunch of odd stuff that all plays a different tune and make a song out of it. I got high G on that one. I don't know. Anyways, enough of my rambling. This is a finger pincher, tinsmith shears, bunch of old brass tire pumps and fire sprayers, garden sprayers. This one here, bet you ain't seen this one before. Check this out. Skinner Automatic Tire Pump. Skinner and Skinner Co. Chicago. Patents pending. Now, years ago, spark plugs were big. And what I think you did with this is take your spark plug out. If you're driving down the road and you have a flat tire, you pull the spark plug out, screw that in. Your hose is hooked up to here, the hose broke off, but your hose was slid onto there. And you run that back out, and you pump up, start up your engine, and you pump up your tire. Now how cool is that? How cool is that? Now you're only running on 3 cylinders, and you probably got some gas fumes in your tire, but hey. Pumped up your tire by your engine. That's not something you see every day. A minute ago we were on grease, that little greaser. And here's something interesting. Here's a bunch of, this is what grease guns used to look like. That is a twist on one. It goes, whoosh, twists on your grease fitting and doesn't come off. This is a homemade, get in a tight spot greaser, I guess. This looks like some BB gun. Pew, pew. It says the Allen, A-L-L-Y-N-E, Align, Zerk Co. Chicago, Illinois. There's another, see there's a grease fitting. Maybe if I can get that out of there, I'll show you how they work. Ah, it doesn't want to come. Leave it in there. Another kind of grease gun. This is from the Basic Manufacturing Co. That's pretty basic. Maybe you screw it and it pumps it in there because it doesn't want to. Oh, no, there you go. Grease gun. Grease guns were different years ago. Oh, let's do this first. We got a Reddington counting machine. Click it, click it. That's a little number counter. And jacks galore. We got a Kimball jack. I think that's a Model T jack. Yep, even says Ford right on it right there. We got Ford on there. We got a no-name number 16 jack. Need an extra 2 inches. There you have it. A built-in little shim. Isn't that cool? This is a Reed number 5A. Or Reese, not Reed. Reese jack. This is a auto spec manufacturing, patented July 2019, 26, St. Joseph, Michigan. Dreadnought twin lift. There you have it. It's a Dreadnought twin lift jack. There's 2 of those. No, that one's a little different. Still a Dreadnought twin lift. This one is a number 27. This one is a, doesn't say. Here's another Reese. We had a Reese number 5A and we've got a Reese number 0. 1 ton lift. This is an old Bucky Jack, I think. It says, what does it say? Something Mork and Co. Racing, Wisconsin. Tire saver. I guess maybe that's a Model A jack. I mean Model T jack. Look how that works. You know, in some ways we have advanced a lot in technology, and I'm not saying we haven't on a jack, but my goodness, you buy some doopy hydraulic jack from the tire store and the seals blow out of it the first time you use it, and stuff like so cheap. This is a Lovejoy jack of some kind. And let's see what else we got here. These are old Model A, Model T4 tire band. Universal rim tool. These were for sticking on your Model A or T band, cranking it, shrinking it together so you can get your tire on and off. This is the most common style I've seen. This one is a little different. I've never seen one like this. That's adjustable that way. It's very unique. Combination, Cleveland, Ohio. That one's very unique. And then this one here is also very unique, but unfortunately, it's not complete. Now check this out. Whoever made this was thinking ahead of their time. You have a jack here, and what have you here? Well, this is a rim spreader and a jack at the same time. Stick it on the floor, cranky cranky, you have a jack. Take it off, put your little doodads on there. Hook it on your rim, cranky cranky. Shrink your rim down so you can change your tire. Wallace combination jack. It's a Wallace combination jack. Unfortunately, there should be one more of these, and I can't find it. Wasn't in my crate. I looked and looked, which is really sad, because I should have 2 of these and it would make that thing complete, and the handle. I'm missing the handle too, but enough of that one. We have a can sealer. This was for sealing tin cans years ago. When you put stuff in tin cans and canned in metal cans, that's for that. That's probably just scrap. It's so rusted up. Something car sealer company. Don't know. A lot of interesting pliers. That's a unique one. Never seen one like that before. Of course, there's thousands of things I haven't seen. Little shears, another little shears, hog ringer, another little blacksmith tong. Here's another little blacksmith tong. Ear notcher, notching ears. I think that's what that one's for. Another shears. Saw set. Another saw set. I know what that is, but I can't remember the name of it. Another little shears, another pliers. These are unique. That's a big saw set. That's for like working on sawmill circle saw. Another unique little pliers thing. Hole punch. Then we got some odd tools here. Of course, not that. There's a Stanley paint scraper, number 82. And that's a Walden something or other ratchet. A drill. 2 more drills. 3 more drills. There's another little one. Here's 2 more of those other chain drills. Those are unique. There's a bunch of Yankee screwdrivers, a couple more saw sets. You got me on this one. Don't know what that is. Don't know what we have to turn here and cut there. Looks like that's a blade for cutting a complete circle. Maybe it's a seal cutter. Maybe that's an O-ring cutter, seal cutter, or something or other. I don't know. I don't know what that is. This one here I wanted to show you. This is some type of a Yankee screwdriver thing. I've never seen one like this. The bit goes in the end there. It's going to take some cleaning. Maybe we'll find a name on there. It's got a wooden handle on the end and a wooden spinner right there. And a wooden spinner down here. That one's cracked. But I don't see a name. Very unique Yankee screwdriver kind of thing. Ship light made by Daveysalvae. And this is an old car light monogram. Little monogram light. This is a tire lock, I think, for an old Ford. I think this is what that's for. You put your key in there. Somehow this went on there and locked your wheel so nobody could steal your car. It's in bad shape. Radio speaker. This one's unique. This is a Champion bottle capper, patented in 1896. Now these are remanufactured, but finding an original one is pretty rare. That's a bottle corker for corking your wine bottles. Kind of unique. I'm going to come over here. Don't know what those 3 little hook thingies are.
He's right here.
Don't know what those 3 little hook thingies are. Don't know what this is. That's probably just scrap iron. Don't know what that goes to. Nor do I know what this funky piece is. Again, some of this stuff I probably won't list like that. I don't know what to call it, so I'll probably just throw it in the scrap. Same with that. If people out in YouTube land want it, let me know. Here's an old monogram. I don't know what that name is. It's backwards. Don't know. Interesting light. A gas tank. Sounds like it's full of 10 dead mice. And it might be. Here's an old steam gauge from Muskegon Boiler Works. Manufactured by the American Steam Gauge and Valve Company, Boston, Massachusetts. Now right now we're running about 150 PSI. So I'm guessing that needs cleaned or worked on because I don't see anything making 150 PSI. We're gonna go on with the oddities here. Something Tiger. You check that out. I don't know. Don't know what that one is. Don't know what this one is. Bolts to something for clamping. Screw along. Swivels this way, swivels this way, swivels this way. I mean, pretty much swivels every way. Don't know. It says patent. I don't know. These here are two old fence stretchers from 1890. Hook that around your post. Hook your wire in this clamp right there. Crank away. This rope that goes on this one's got the rope still in it. Goes to your other post, and when you crank away, tightens up your fence. Oh, watt meter. We had some of these last week, some different watt meters. Don't know what this is. This is some type of glass tube. Didn't want to throw it out. Somebody might be looking for a glass tube. What's interesting, it doesn't have a bottom in it. It's not like a test tube. It's just a glass cylinder with a steel bottom and a seal. Oh no. Here we got some electrical device. It's made by It's made by General Electric. It says oil circuit breaker. Interesting. Now these two pieces right here are weird. I found these laying in that box. Let me see if I can show you. I think what happens here is they bolt to two pipes, a pipe thing, and creates a little shelf, a battery tray. There's a battery tray for a car, an old car. Come on, people, you're gonna have to help me out. I don't know what some of this stuff is. I know what this is. That's an old popcorn popper piece, apparatus. We got a Foxborough Rotax thermometer. The thermometer says we're running 40 degrees, but it's not 40 degrees. And then the last thing we're gonna look at today is a bunch of gauges, different galvanometer. I don't know what a galvanometer is. I'm sure it's pronounced wrong, but General Scientific Company. These angled ones all say galvanometer on them. Galvanometer? Probably pronounced galvanometer, but we'll call it a galvanometer. Anyways, there's 6 galvanometers. Microamperes. And then, I forgot these were in there. There is a really old Oldsmobile. That's an Oldsmobile emblem. It's bad shape. And then 2 little auto clocks. 2 little auto clocks. For your car. Probably from the 30s. Okay, so that pretty much sums up our show and tell for this week. We have a lot of more old stuff we're going to be cleaning up and putting on eBay. So if you're looking for old gold, not real gold, but sometimes better than real gold, stuff, check it out on eBay. And we'll see you again next week.